Think your carry-on is safe in 2025? Think again. Airlines and airport security are changing rules faster than most travelers can keep up with, and the bag you've always packed might not even make it past the gate anymore. In this video, I'm breaking down 12 new rules that could get your bag flagged, delayed, or even left behind. Some of these changes are pretty shocking, and knowing them now could save you time, money, and a lot of stress. And by the way, I've linked my list of TSA-approved travel essentials in the description. These are the exact items I use to avoid problems at security. So stick around, and if you find these tips useful, make sure to hit subscribe for more up-to-date travel hacks that keep you ahead of the rules. Rule number 12 is all about security behavior traps, the mistakes travelers don't even realize they're making. The most common one is rushing. When you're stressed and moving too fast, that's when people forget their laptop in the tray, leave liquids behind, or even drop their passport. And once it's gone, it's gone. The second trap is packing messy. Security scanners flag cluttered bags for random inspections, and that can mean wasted time, extra questioning, and sometimes even having to repack everything in front of a line of people. The fix? Slow down. Pack methodically. Double-check your tray before walking away and stay calm. A few extra seconds at security can save you from delays, lost items, or unnecessary stress on your trip. Rule number 11 is about AI and new scanners. Airports are slowly rolling out advanced CT scanners that can scan liquids and electronics without taking them out. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. Not every airport has them yet. That means one airport might let you keep a full water bottle or large toiletries, while another still forces you to follow the old 100 milliliter liquid rule. Same with powders or electronics. Some places are strict, others more relaxed. The result? Total confusion for travelers. The safest fix is simple. Always assume the stricter rules apply unless you've confirmed otherwise. Pack your liquids under 100 milliliters, separate electronics, and be ready for inspection. Better to be overprepared than lose items at the checkpoint.
Rule number 10 is all about basic economy, the so-called cheap tickets that often cost you more in the end. Airlines like Air Canada, Delta, and United now charge for something that used to be free: your carry-on bag. If you show up at the gate with one, you could end up paying more than the ticket itself. And it doesn't stop there. Seat selection is no longer free on many of these fares. That means couples and even families are often split apart unless they pay extra just to sit together. What looks like a bargain flight quickly turns into a string of unexpected charges. The fix? Always read the fine print. Budget extra for luggage and seat selection before booking, and check in as early as possible to improve your seating chances. Basic economy can work if you travel light and solo, but if not, that cheap ticket might not be cheap at all.
Rule number 9 is about budget airlines, and this one catches more travelers than you'd expect. Carriers like Ryanair, Wizz Air, and even EasyJet have been quietly shrinking the size limits for carry-ons. The personal item that used to fit under the seat last year, it might not qualify anymore. At the gate, they often use a metal frame to test your bag. If it doesn't slide in perfectly, you're hit with an instant fee. And these gate fees are brutal, often higher than if you'd paid online in advance. I've seen travelers forced to shell out more than their original ticket price just because of 2 extra centimeters. The best trick is simple. Carry a measuring tape and know your airline's exact bag limits before you pack. Better yet, invest in a bag that's specifically budget airline approved. And if you know your bag is close to the limit, prepay for a bigger allowance online. It's always cheaper than being caught off guard at the gate. Rule number 8 is about food, and this one surprises a lot of travelers. It's not just liquids that get flagged. Many countries have strict bans on bringing in meat, dairy, fruit, and even packaged snacks. That granola bar or homemade sandwich in your bag might seem harmless, but in places like the EU and Australia, it can be considered a biosecurity risk. Customs officers take this seriously. If you don't declare food items, you could face fines of up to $300, even if it's just a small snack you forgot was in your backpack. And yes, they do check. Australia, for example, is known for being extremely tough on agricultural imports, and the EU has been tightening rules to protect against pests and diseases. The fix is easy. Always check the customs rules for your destination before you pack food. When in doubt, declare it. It's much safer to throw something away at the airport than to risk losing money and getting flagged for breaking the law.
Rule number 7 is all about electronics, and this one trips up even frequent travelers. Security officers want to see each device clearly on the scanner. That means phones, laptops, cameras, tablets, even drones, all laid out flat in the tray, not stacked on top of each other. If you pile them up, the image gets messy, and your bag is almost guaranteed to be pulled aside for extra screening. But there's another risk people forget: theft. Security trays are one of the easiest places for items to go missing because while you're busy getting through the scanner, your expensive laptop or camera might already be sitting unattended on the other side. The fix is simple. Pack all your electronics in one easy-to-access compartment so you can unload and reload them quickly. And when your tray goes through, keep your eyes on it until you pick everything back up. A little organization and a little awareness goes a long way in keeping your gear safe. Rule number 6 is about hidden banned items, things most travelers don't even realize are forbidden until it's too late. One example is mercury thermometers. They might look harmless, but mercury can react with aluminum in aircraft, making them a serious hazard. If security finds one, it's confiscated immediately. Then there are aerosols, flammable sprays, and small gas canisters. Even if they're for camping, sports, or personal use, they're considered dangerous goods. Bringing them in your bag can lead to delays, fines, or even being denied boarding. And here's a tricky one: realistic-looking toy guns or cosplay props. Security scanners can't tell the difference at first glance, and anything that looks like a weapon can get you pulled aside fast. Travelers have missed flights over something as simple as a toy. The fix is straightforward. Before you pack, double-check the TSA or EU banned item lists. Spending 2 minutes online is better than losing your belongings or getting flagged at the checkpoint. Rule number 5 is about sharp objects and tools. Some of the most commonly confiscated items at airport security. Things like scissors, multi-tools, and camping gear often cause confusion. The TSA technically allows blades under 4 inches, but in reality, it's not consistent. Some agents let them through, others flag them immediately. That means you're always taking a risk. It's not just knives or scissors either. Sports gear like baseball bats, hockey sticks, or even trekking poles are flagged as potential weapons and usually banned from carry-on bags. I've seen travelers forced to leave behind expensive equipment simply because they didn't know the rule. The fix is simple. If it's sharp, heavy, or could be considered a weapon, don't pack it in your carry-on. Either check it in your luggage or leave it at home. It's not worth gambling with security. One mistake could mean losing your gear or missing your flight. Rule number 4 is about powders, and this one catches a lot of people off guard. Items like flour, protein powder, coffee grounds, spices, or even baby formula can raise red flags during screening. Anything over 12 ounces, about 350 milliliters, usually gets flagged for extra inspection. Why? Because large amounts of powder can't be clearly identified on the scanner, and in some cases, they're treated as potential explosives. Even if it's something harmless like a bag of protein shake mix, security officers may pull it aside, open it up, or even dispose of it if they're not satisfied. The fix is easy. Keep powders in small, sealed containers and only carry what you really need for the trip. If it's medical-related, like prescription powder or baby formula, carry the paperwork or doctor's note just in case. A little preparation ensures you keep your items and avoid getting stuck in secondary screening.
Rule number 3 is the liquids rule, and it's more confusing in 2025 than ever before. You've probably seen the headlines that UK and EU airports were scrapping the 100 milliliter liquid limit. The plan was to roll out fancy new CT scanners and let people bring full-sized bottles through security. Sounds great, right? But here's the reality. Only a handful of airports actually made the switch, and some even brought the old rule back. That means one airport might let you through with a liter of shampoo, while the next will force you to dump it out or chug it in front of everyone. And if you've got a connection flight through a stricter airport, yep, you'll likely lose every liquid you just cleared at your first checkpoint. The safest move is simple. Don't trust the headlines. Stick to the classic 100 milliliters per container, pack it in a clear plastic bag, and be ready for inspection. Until every airport is on the same page, playing it old school is the only way to make sure your liquids don't get tossed. Rule number 2 is all about smart luggage, those techie suitcases with built-in chargers or tracking features. Sounds futuristic, but in 2025, they've become a headache at airports. Here's the deal. Airlines now require that the battery inside your smart bag be removable. If it's sealed in permanently, your luggage might not even make it past check-in. The reason is simple. Lithium batteries can overheat, and if it happens in the cargo hold, there's no way to stop a fire. Even if your battery is removable, some airlines are going a step further. They're asking for proof, like manufacturer certification or compliance labels such as UL 2054. Travelers on Reddit are already sharing stories of their perfectly fine smart bags being rejected because they couldn't show paperwork. The fix? Only travel with smart luggage that has a clearly detachable battery and visible safety markings. Check your manual or the label on the battery itself before you pack. Otherwise, you could be stuck buying overpriced replacement luggage at the terminal. Not exactly the trip you had in mind. Rule number 1, and probably the most important one, is about power banks and spare batteries. If you fly often, chances are there's already one in your bag. It keeps your phone alive, your headphones charged, and your sanity intact. But here's what most travelers don't realize. Power banks come with strict rules, and messing up could literally get you pulled off the plane. Let's start with limits. Anything over 160 watt-hours, around 32,000 milliamp hours, is completely banned. Doesn't matter if it's in your carry-on or checked luggage, it's a no-go. Between 100 watt-hours and 160 watt-hours, you'll need airline approval, and even then, you're only allowed to carry 2. The safe zone is under 100 watt-hours, which most regular power banks fall into. But here's the catch. They must go in your carry-on. Never, ever in checked baggage. Why? Because if a battery overheats in the cargo hold, nobody's there to put the fire out. And yes, this happens. In January 2025, a power bank caught fire on an Air Busan flight before takeoff, triggering a full evacuation. That battery was actually within the legal limit, and it still caused chaos. And don't think draining the battery to zero helps. It doesn't. What matters is the built capacity, not the current charge. Even an empty battery is judged by its size rating. The fix is simple but crucial. Before you travel, check your battery's watt-hour rating, usually printed on the label. Keep it in your carry-on only and never risk sneaking it into checked bags. If you're unsure, reach out to your airline ahead of time. With power banks, the rules are black and white, and breaking them can delay your flight or worse, ground it for everyone. Here's the bottom line. Traveling in 2025 isn't just about packing light, it's about packing smart. The rules are changing, but what never changes is this. Awareness saves you stress, time, and sometimes even your entire trip. A little preparation goes a long way in avoiding those last-minute airport nightmares. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the weirdest or most unexpected thing you've ever had flagged at airport security? Was it something totally innocent that still caused drama? Drop your story in the comments. I'll be replying to the best ones. And if you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I've got more insider travel hacks coming your way, the kind even frequent flyers don't know.